Welcome back to Orange Town here on the Blue Belly Gaming channel. And I don't think we're going to get oranges this year, but maybe by the end of the episode. I don't know. It takes a little while for them to amp up, but it's going to be pretty cool when we have them. The namesake of the village. So, for those of you that are keeping score at home, we're in summer of year 14. We have over 10,000 food and not quite 40 people. We have 60 clothes, 50 tools. They're kind of tapped out right now. So I would call this a prosperous situation here. Things are going well. We have 23 cotton there, 26 cotton here, 5 flax, but we may have more up here. Didn't I build a fodder barn, something like that? Yeah, here we go, forest barn. We have none of that here. We have some fur and a lot of leather. Sheesh, that's a lot of leather. Okay, well that's good. If we need to, we can make pure, just 2 leather things. Okay, so we are at a point that we probably need to expand maybe 2 or 3 more houses, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of clearing right in here. And then, so this is a good demarcation of our limit to be within the market circle. This guy is good over here. We can bring this road over and then down, and that'll be a good marker for here also. And then we could put some other type of like industrial building or something over here. Actually, I don't know if I could fit it in, but I have an idea for maybe that's a different mod pack. I thought that there was what's this one? A little water mill could look cool here. Too indented, I guess. Does it work there? Oh, nope. Well, anyways, we could think about putting that in at some point. We don't need it. Ooh, bison. Okay. 2 bison would be 1,800. Do we have 1,800? Sorry, did the volume just stop? That's weird. Sorry. I don't really know what to do about that. So that's, oh, jeez. So we'd need another 700 here. But bison would be good. That would give us steady beef and leather. I think that's probably worth bringing more firewood over. We need another 700, which would be, let's do 250 here, and then I have no idea why the desktop audio just quit. I apologize. If we do 30 of these, yeah, that's 240. That should get us there. Let's give them 2 extra workers. What the heck caused the audio to go out? Well, I guess I'll just have to quack like a duck and, all that stuff. I think what I'm going to do is make a pretty big bison enclosure over here. Because if we have a lot of those, that'd be awesome. Will it let me do stuff while that's open? It should. So let's do as wide as these two things are. Yeah, something like that. Feels right. Oh dang, look at them go. Clearing this out. We'll move this down. It's going to be 250 here in a minute. As soon as I punch in another number, it's going to bump to 250. So that puts us at 840. Oh, look at that. Perfect math. Like I knew it was going to happen. Okay, we will trade for them. I'm going to bump this back down. And I think that should do us. Alright. So that was well worth it. Once this gets built, we'll send the bison over there to occupy that. We will go ahead and have these folks spin up our linen. We're still making iron, which is great. We have extra laborers now, so I'm going to go ahead and put somebody in the mine. I'm doing good on charcoal. I don't know if I guess we'll keep doing coal. We're all right on iron. Got logs there. We've got, yeah. And now I want to do of course it's, what is that, light blue. I don't want that green one. And like the butterscotchy color. Oops. So we'll do light blue. And then this color. Alright, so those will be in this range. They're going to be up here closer for these folks to work in, or to live in and work up here. All right. And there's 150 iron ore over here. We've got some gold ore. That's good too. The lettuce yield almost 500. Is that full size, or will they go one more? I feel like they might go one more. So we're going to have oranges and cranberries and rice. Good deal. Thinking about doing like a little, well, we're almost 13,000 food. We don't really need it. I was just thinking about things that the other food sources from the dock pack, like where you get oysters and mussels and things like that. And yes, I am aware that we can still do the second floor on these houses. We'll fill this in. I just wanted houses up here closer to those jobs. And at some point I may put some housing out here on the edge, just so I know where that is too. Go ahead and clear those. I think this, yeah, that won't let us build there. So we'll do this, and then we'll do that. So we're still making these steel tools, which is why having the coal coming in is really good for us. We're low on firewood because I traded a bunch of it, and we're burning a bunch of it for charcoal. So, how's this coming? I guess they're working on it. That's a big job. We should have a young family here. Good. And then we'll get another one soon. So I'm trying not to make a mini, birth spike that will eventually lead to a death spike. We're just trying to be reasonable with our expansion, but also make sure that we have consistent new families moving in. Yeah, that's a family there, another one here. That's really good. Really nice, consistent building. Jeez, 112 things had to be cleared out. This is one of the reasons why I like to pre-clear before I go building stuff, because when there's tons of stuff, it takes forever to build because you got to clear the site first. Looks like both of the bison are still alive, so that's good. Because that can happen. I don't know if they adjusted it for this pack, but it can happen where you get a breeding pair like that, and then one of them dies while you're waiting for your pen to get built, which is very sad. Very sad indeed. Alright, so they're making lumber down here. It's saying we're hit the construction limit of 1,000. We have 212 lumber there. I don't know what other material is getting counted. I mean, even if we count the iron, which isn't really a construction material in this context, but that would be a couple hundred. So I don't know if anybody knows why this is counting here. We haven't hit the fuel limit, not that that would trigger this. Production limit for this resource has been reached. I just don't think that's true. Maybe it's stone and logs, all of it. I don't know. We'll just do that. We won't beat that anytime soon. All right, we're up to 14,000 food. We are getting there with the pasture build. We're getting this cleared out. Got another house. So we're gonna need another school, huh? Oh, okay. Wow, we got a couple more laborers. Let's go ahead and add somebody to the coal production. All right, and maybe we go ahead. Well, food is good. I'm not gonna pressure that. I could give the builder some help. And then we'll have to convert somebody over to be the herdsman for the buffalo, for the bison. I don't want this whole town to be these colorful two-story houses. I do want some of the single-story lumber houses, so hopefully we can do that soonish. 93%. That's the worst. Well, the worst is 99, which does happen. There we go. So we will mark this as bison, and we will put somebody in there. And here in a minute or two, these bison are gonna head over there. which is always makes me laugh. Okay, this looks like full size to me. So if we're in autumn, maybe next year, we get some oranges. There they go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I think it's fascinating that they coded that the animals walk to their pen. I don't know. Of all the million ways they could have had it work, like could have disappeared and reappeared or whatever, but nope, they made them walk there. Hopefully they do their thing and we get a whole bunch of bison moving forward. Collect some dead wood around the area here. Oh, here comes our trader again. We're not going to have anything to trade. We sold it all for the bison. But we'll see what they bring. Ding ding. There you go. There's your sound effect back. Date seeds. If we were rich, I would do that, but we don't need those bad enough. We're good to go on food. We're nice and stable on a lot of things, to be honest. I think I'm going to go ahead and bump this to 150. I'm going to bump that to 500, and I'm going to bump this to 150. We don't need that much, but if we have a cushion on those things, that will be helpful. Jeez. A lot of random food here. We're not collecting the food in this area anymore because the gatherers are up across the water. So might as well manually get that. I'll go ahead and drop that down. Yep. Not too much else to work on right this minute. What do they produce again? Oh yeah, fertilizer. So that means we're going to be able to do a greenhouse. We can store all that fertilizer and then build a greenhouse if there's a certain crop that we don't have seeds for, but we need to do, the pub. The old barn pub has some pretty cool recipes, but you don't always have what you need to make it. So like we'll be able to do roast duck, we'll be able to do bison steak. There's gonna be a lot of cool things we can make. While I'm thinking about it, I'm also going to build a road around the bison barn and back to the main. And then I probably will do this, but not quite yet. I'm gonna put another house in right here. We'll do the dark blue, and I'm gonna leave it just the first floor, but this will be a place where people can live that work in these jobs. So we have one baby over here. That's good. There's some oats there. Winter oats, I guess. So these guys are hard at work now because I bumped the tools and coats number. We're still making plenty of iron. We've got coal coming in. There's some on the ground here, but I would assume a lot of the coal is getting used at the blacksmith to make these steel tools. But if we get to like, 150 steel tools. That's going to be a real nice spot to be, honestly. Don't mind me just gathering more textiles until we get that stabilized. I mean, we have enough leather now that we could probably get to our 150 coats with just the leather we have on hand, but I still like to be cautious with it. You just never know. 17,000 food now. Yeah, 115 leather in this one, and 252 leather up here. That's quite a bit. That's pretty good. All right, you're out of linen. Let's go ahead and spin some cotton, or some cloth rather, and then we can do that too. There's a bit around. We could make some fur also. Jeez. That hunting cabin's killing it too. See, these are more the numbers that I'm used to, and it could have to do with the fact that the worker has to walk so far. I mean, ideally the worker would live here or here and would be returning things to this barn. Yeah, hunter. That's still a lot of walking. Okay. So 18 and 12. 20 and 13, that's good. And I know the ages are weird, but it's not literal age. Okay, 9-year-old, 7, 10. Okay. Okay, 4. Okay, there's folks for one more family, like right now, but we can give that a little bit of time. We don't need to rush for that. Alrighty, I like it. Do I want to do another street? I don't know. So 17,000 food, 400 fuel, over 200 iron, 60 tools, 60 coats, clothes. I like it. Are we getting oranges? We are getting oranges. I'm smiling. You could probably hear me smiling. That's pretty cool. We might need to go ahead and put a second person on the oranges so that we get more of them, because the yield is at 53% and it's early summer. So I don't know if I should I don't know, some of these you can early harvest. I don't know if that would be smart. I mean, they will harvest when it's time, so it's fine. I wonder if we got any bison yet. Just the 2. I thought about getting 3. I did. I thought maybe we should get a 3rd just in case. But you never know. Just need to be patient. There we go. 70%. Still summer. Should I have them harvest? I have a feeling what's going to happen, because this is such a big field. It needs more people. Because Oh, whatever. We'll see what year 1 does. Ooh, squash. So that's 500. So that would get us halfway. We could do tools. Too bad we can't trade food. We could do some iron. But do we need squash seeds? Decidedly no. Do we want squash seeds? Kind of. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on that for right now. Just not wealthy enough yet. Okay, here we go. And harvest. Okay, so it started, it switched over. Wow. Okay. 166 already. So, oh, it's growing and being harvested. Is that what's happening? It's kind of a cool idea. Let's go ahead and put a third person. I wasn't going to do that because I was testing. Oops. Too late now. Because I think if you have it fully staffed and it's like right in the middle of its peak time, I think you could get 2,000 oranges out of this. But I mean, it's Orange Town. I'd be silly not to focus on the oranges, right? You can see our people pulling in these big. Well, I could see it. It was right here. Let's see if we can find another one. See, there's see this crate? There's an orange crate there. They fill up the crate and then they come along and get the crate. Here's one over here. And then they pick up the crate and take it back to count it. 782. It's autumn now. So we'll have to see what it's at 50%. And that I feel like that would extrapolate what it would be if we had perfect staffing so that they all got brought in. So what are we at? Yeah, 1230. So I bet if we were perfectly staffed, I bet you'd get over 2,000 oranges out of here. Because we'll be close doing it this way. Because it's still autumn. They're still picking them. Oh, don't snow, don't snow. I don't know how quickly it will impact the... Like, will it cause the oranges to stop producing? Because they're clearly still getting... They're still picking them, even though the visual is dead. So that was probably the last crate of them. Oh, they're over here. Oh, they got more. 1,600. 17. Wow. Well, into late autumn. So it looks like the visual crate, it appears after the number goes up. Oh, see, now they're back to, he's not picking anymore. He's cultivating, he's hoeing or weeding, whatever they want to call that for an orchard. So I think winter is the cutoff, regardless of how many. So 1,700. So the question is, do I want to free up a laborer? I think I'm going to do that. But we'll bring an extra person on for the harvest again next year, if I remember. Which I probably won't, but you know how it goes. Alright, let's get all this dead wood. Dang, that's a lot. So we're over 20,000 food, which is pretty surreal. And we'll go ahead and switch this over to making more clothes. The tools are like, sheesh, doing well. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, we got a third bison. That is wonderful. Mama cow, good job. Daddy bull, good job. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad to see that we've got natural increase all over. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Thank you all so much for checking out this episode. 30 minutes just flies by. Sorry about the audio. Hopefully that'll be fixed next time. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.